Hi everyone, and welcome to your ultimate guide to the 20 best things to do in Rome, Italy, the eternal city that has been dazzling travelers for over 2 millennia. Rome isn't just a destination, it's a living masterpiece, where ancient ruins sit beside modern cafes, where every street feels like an open-air museum, and where history, art, and food come together in ways that make your heart skip a beat. You can walk the same cobblestones that emperors once strode across, hear church bells echo between centuries-old walls, and sip espresso in a piazza that has seen the rise and fall of empires. From the mighty Colosseum to the hidden alleys of Trastevere, every inch of this city tells a story, and you're about to become part of it. So grab your walking shoes, charge your camera, and let's dive in. Here are the 20 best things to do in Rome, Italy. 1. Visit the Colosseum. Let's start with the most iconic symbol of Rome, the Colosseum. Standing tall for nearly 2,000 years, this ancient amphitheater once hosted gladiator battles, wild animal hunts, and grand spectacles that entertained over 50,000 roaring spectators. As you step through its massive arches, you can almost hear the echoes of the crowd and feel the weight of history in the air. The best way to experience the Colosseum is to book a guided tour or a skip-the-line ticket in advance. You can explore the arena floor, where gladiators once fought, and descend into the underground chambers, where animals and warriors waited before their battles. From the upper tiers, you'll have incredible views of the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. If you visit early in the morning, the golden light adds a cinematic glow to the ruins, and the crowds are thinner. Don't rush your visit. Take your time to walk around, look up at the colossal stonework, and imagine the incredible feats of engineering that made this possible 2 millennia ago. It's awe-inspiring, humbling, and absolutely unforgettable. 2. Explore the Roman Forum and Palatine Hill. Right next to the Colosseum lies the beating heart of ancient Rome, the Roman Forum, once the center of political, social, and commercial life. Walking through this area feels like stepping directly into the past. You can see the ruins of temples, basilicas, and arches that once formed the foundation of the Roman Empire. As you wander the cobblestone pathways, you'll come across landmarks like the Temple of Saturn, the Arch of Titus, and the House of the Vestal Virgins. It's incredible to imagine that this was where Julius Caesar gave his speeches and where Rome's destiny was shaped. From there, climb up to Palatine Hill, one of the city's legendary 7 hills. This is where Romulus is said to have founded Rome itself. Today, it's a peaceful, green escape with sweeping views of the Forum below and the modern city beyond. Bring a bottle of water, wear comfortable shoes, and plan at least 2 hours. It's a vast sight, and every corner whispers history. 3. Admire the Pantheon. Few places in the world take your breath away like the Pantheon. Originally built as a temple to all the gods of Rome, it's over 1,800 years old and still considered one of the most perfect architectural achievements ever created. Its enormous concrete dome, the largest unreinforced dome in the world, remains an engineering mystery. Step inside, and you'll be struck by the vastness of the interior, the way sunlight streams through the open oculus at the center of the dome, illuminating the marble floors and columns below. The effect is both powerful and peaceful, a masterpiece of symmetry and light. The Pantheon later became a Christian church, and it's also the resting place of Italy's greats, including Raphael, the Renaissance painter. Entrance is free, but consider visiting early in the morning or late afternoon to avoid crowds. Just outside, the lively Piazza della Rotonda is the perfect place to enjoy a cappuccino and watch daily Roman life unfold. The sound of chatter, the aroma of espresso, and the history that never fades. 4. Toss a coin into the Trevi fountain. When in Rome, there's one thing you simply have to do: toss a coin into the Trevi fountain. According to legend, throwing a coin with your right hand over your left shoulder guarantees your return to the Eternal City. Every year, over €1 million worth of coins are collected from the fountain and donated to charity. The fountain itself is a Baroque masterpiece, designed by Nicola Salvi and completed in the 18th century. Its sculptures depict Oceanus, the god of the sea, surrounded by mythological figures and flowing water. The details are extraordinary. Each ripple of marble feels alive. The best time to visit is early morning before the crowds arrive, or late at night when the fountain glows beautifully under golden lights. Bring a gelato from a nearby shop and find a spot to sit for a few minutes. Listening to the water as it cascades into the pool below feels timeless, like the city itself is whispering a secret promise to see you again. 5. Climb the Spanish Steps. Next, head to one of Rome's most romantic landmarks, the Spanish Steps, an elegant staircase connecting Piazza di Spagna with the Trinità dei Monti church above. Built in the 18th century, it's both an architectural gem and a favorite gathering place for locals and travelers alike. You can start at the bottom of the steps, where the Fontana della Barcaccia, or Fountain of the Sinking Boat, gently bubbles in the center of the square. Then climb your way up 135 steps to the top, pausing along the way to admire the views and street artists at work. From the top, you'll be rewarded with sweeping views over the city rooftops. Sunset is especially magical here, when the sky turns pink and the city's domes start to glow. The area is also surrounded by designer shops and cozy cafes, perfect for a bit of shopping or an espresso after your climb. Just remember, sitting on the steps is now prohibited, so enjoy the view while standing or strolling. 6. Wander Piazza Navona. If you want to see Rome at its most charming and lively, head straight to Piazza Navona. Once the site of an ancient Roman stadium, today it's a stunning Baroque square, filled with fountains, street artists, and open-air cafes. At the heart of the square stands Bernini's Fountain of the Four Rivers, representing the Nile, the Danube, the Ganges, and the Rio de la Plata, symbols of the world's great rivers united under Rome's power. Surrounding it are elegant palaces and the Church of Sant'Angelo in Agone, designed by Bernini's rival, Borromini. You can sit at a cafe terrace with an espresso or Aperol spritz, and simply people watch as musicians perform and painters display their work. The square is lively during the day, but even more atmospheric at night, when the fountains shimmer under soft golden light. Visit during the Christmas season, and you'll find a charming holiday market filling the space with festive spirit. 7. Explore Vatican City. No visit to Rome is complete without exploring Vatican City, the world's smallest independent state and the heart of the Roman Catholic Church. Even if you're not religious, the art, architecture, and sheer grandeur here are awe-inspiring. Start with St. Peter's Basilica, one of the most magnificent churches ever built. The interior is filled with masterpieces: Michelangelo's Pietà, Bernini's towering bronze baldachin, and countless mosaics that glimmer in the light. Climb to the top of the dome for a breathtaking view of St. Peter's Square and Rome's skyline. Next, make your way through the Vatican museums, home to one of the greatest art collections on Earth. You'll see ancient sculptures, Raphael's rooms, and of course, the Sistine Chapel. To avoid long queues, book your tickets in advance or join a guided tour that provides early access. Visiting the Vatican is not just sightseeing. It's a spiritual and artistic journey that connects you with centuries of human creativity and faith. 8. Visit the Sistine Chapel. Inside the Vatican museums lies the legendary Sistine Chapel, where Michelangelo's ceiling frescoes have captivated visitors for over 500 years. Nothing prepares you for the moment you walk in. It's like stepping into a cathedral made of color and light. The ceiling tells stories from the book of Genesis, with the creation of Adam at its center, that iconic moment when God's hand reaches out to touch humanity. Every inch of the ceiling is alive with movement, emotion, and divine energy. The Last Judgment on the altar wall is equally powerful, filled with figures twisting and rising toward salvation. Photography is not allowed, and the room is kept quiet, which only adds to the awe. Try to visit early in the morning or as part of a skip-the-line tour to avoid the crowds. Standing there, surrounded by Michelangelo's vision, you realize you're witnessing not just art, but human genius at its purest expression. 9. Stroll through Trastevere. Cross the Tiber River and enter Trastevere, Rome's most bohemian and charming neighborhood. Its narrow cobblestone streets, ivy-draped buildings, and golden evening light make it feel like stepping into a painting. During the day, you can visit the beautiful Basilica di Santa Maria in Trastevere, one of Rome's oldest churches, known for its shimmering mosaics. Wander aimlessly through side streets filled with artisan shops, bakeries, and local markets. By evening, Trastevere transforms into one of the city's liveliest dining districts. The air fills with the aroma of wood-fired pizza, laughter spills from trattorias, and live music drifts through the piazzas. Grab dinner at a family-run spot like Dienzo al 29 or Tonarello, and you'll experience Rome's warmth and soul in its purest form. 10. Visit Campo dei Fiori Market. A few minutes' walk from Piazza Navona, you'll find Campo dei Fiori, one of Rome's oldest and most colorful squares. In the morning, it bursts with life as vendors sell fresh produce, flowers, cheese, and spices under colorful umbrellas. The scent of herbs and roasted coffee fills the air. It's a feast for the senses. Browse the stalls, pick up some sun-dried tomatoes or olive oil to take home, or chat with local vendors who've been here for generations. The statue in the center, Giordano Bruno, honors a philosopher burned at the stake in the 1600s for his ideas, a reminder of Rome's complex history. In the evening, the square transforms again, with outdoor cafes and wine bars buzzing with locals and travelers. It's the perfect place to sit back with a glass of lemonade or espresso and watch the rhythm of Roman life unfold. Timeless, energetic, and endlessly fascinating. 11. Walk along. Via Appia Antica, the Appian Way. If you're ready to step far back into Rome's ancient past, few experiences compare to walking or biking along the Via Appia Antica, the Appian Way, one of the oldest and most important roads of the Roman Empire. Built in 312 BC, this was once the highway of ancient Rome, stretching all the way to the Adriatic Sea. As you wander down the cobblestone path, shaded by pine trees and lined with ancient tombs, crumbling arches, and aqueducts, you'll feel like you've left the modern world behind. You can visit the catacombs of San Callisto and San Sebastiano, early Christian burial sites that offer a fascinating, humbling look at ancient faith. Rent a bike or e-bike from the visitor center near the Porta San Sebastiano gate to cover more ground, and don't forget water and sunscreen. This is Rome's countryside within city limits. The Appian Way captures Rome's timelessness perfectly, a living road where every stone carries 2,000 years of stories beneath your feet. 12. Explore Castel Sant'Angelo. Rising dramatically above the Tiber River, Castel Sant'Angelo is one of Rome's most striking landmarks. Part fortress, part palace, part museum, and completely unforgettable. Originally built by Emperor Hadrian as his mausoleum, it later became a papal refuge during sieges and invasions. Walking through its spiral corridors feels like journeying through layers of history. Inside, you'll find Renaissance frescoes, weapon displays, and papal apartments filled with art and ornate furniture. The path eventually leads you up to the rooftop terrace, which offers one of the best panoramic views in all of Rome, the perfect spot for photos with St. Peter's Basilica and the Vatican skyline in the distance. The castle's name, meaning Castle of the Angel, comes from the Archangel Michael, who is said to have appeared here to end a plague in 590 AD. Visit around sunset when the soft light bathes the fortress in gold, and you'll understand why this spot has inspired painters, writers, and filmmakers for centuries. 13. Discover the Galleria Borghese. If you love art, then the Galleria Borghese is your Roman paradise. Nestled within the peaceful Villa Borghese Gardens, this museum holds one of the most exquisite private art collections in the world, carefully curated by Cardinal Scipione Borghese in the 1600s. Inside, you'll find breathtaking sculptures by Gian Lorenzo Bernini, including the Rape of Proserpina, Apollo and Daphne, and David, each so lifelike that you can see the tension of muscle and the softness of skin carved into marble. The gallery also features masterpieces by Caravaggio, Titian, Raphael, and Canova. Entry is limited to timed tickets, so make sure to book in advance. The intimate size of the museum makes it easy to appreciate each artwork up close without feeling rushed. Even if you're not an art enthusiast, the combination of beauty, storytelling, and craftsmanship will leave you amazed. This is art that breathes. 14. Relax in the Villa Borghese Gardens. Right outside the gallery, you'll find the sprawling Villa Borghese Gardens, Rome's most beloved green oasis. Spread across nearly 200 acres, it's the perfect place to unwind after days of sightseeing. Locals jog, families picnic, and visitors rent bikes or rowboats to enjoy the tranquil lake at its center. You can stroll shaded avenues lined with pines and statues, visit small museums like Museo Carlo Bilotti, or climb up to the Pincio Terrace, which offers stunning views over Piazza del Popolo and the city skyline. Street musicians often perform here, creating a soundtrack that feels straight out of a film. Bring some snacks, rent a pedal cart, or simply stretch out under a tree with a gelato in hand. Whether you come for a quick escape or an entire afternoon, Villa Borghese offers that rare moment of calm and connection, right in the heart of Rome. 15. Eat authentic Roman cuisine. Rome is a city that feeds both the soul and the stomach. Its cuisine is rooted in tradition, simple ingredients turned into unforgettable dishes. You can't visit without trying carbonara, made with pecorino cheese, eggs, and crispy guanciale, or cacio e pepe, a creamy, peppery pasta so good it feels like a revelation. Head to Trastevere, Testaccio, or Campo dei Fiori to find family-run trattorias serving recipes passed down for generations. Try De Enzo al 29 Roscioli or Armando al Pantheon for an authentic experience. Don't forget suppli, fried rice balls filled with mozzarella, as a street snack, or artichokes alla romana when in season. Pair your meal with a glass of local Frascati wine or sparkling water, then finish with tiramisu or a scoop of gelato from Giolitti. Eating in Rome isn't just about food, it's about tradition, hospitality, and savoring every bite as if time has stopped. 16. Visit the catacombs of Rome. Beneath Rome's bustling streets lies another world, the catacombs, a network of ancient underground tunnels that once served as burial sites for early Christians and Jews. Exploring them is like walking through a hidden chapter of history few get to see. The most famous catacombs, San Callisto, San Sebastiano, and Domitilla, stretch for miles beneath the Appian Way. Guided tours take you through narrow passageways lined with tombs and frescoes that date back nearly 1,800 years. You'll see symbols of faith carved into stone, silent witnesses to Rome's early religious life. It's cool underground, so bring a light jacket even in summer. Photography isn't allowed, which helps preserve the atmosphere of reverence and mystery. Visiting the catacombs gives you a deep sense of connection to the people who built Rome's spiritual foundation. Humble, faithful, and enduring through time. 17. Discover the baths of Caracalla. Imagine stepping into a spa built for 1,600 people. That's what the baths of Caracalla once were. Built in the 3rd century AD, these ruins remain some of the most impressive in Rome, with towering brick walls, mosaics, and open courtyards that hint at the grandeur of imperial life. You can wander through the remains of hot and cold bathing chambers, gymnasiums, and gardens that once buzzed with conversation and activity. The complex covered nearly 30 acres, featuring marble pools, libraries, and even an early form of heating beneath the floors. Today, the site is a peaceful escape from the crowds, and occasionally it transforms into a stunning backdrop for opera and concert performances during summer. Bring your camera and imagination. It's one of the few places where you can truly visualize the luxury and scale of ancient Roman leisure. 18. Climb Gianicolo Hill for the view. For one of the most breathtaking panoramas of Rome, make your way to Gianicolo Hill, also known as Janiculum Hill, located just above Trastevere. It's not one of Rome's original 7 hills, but it offers one of the most rewarding views in the entire city. As you ascend, you'll pass monuments dedicated to Italy's unification heroes, charming fountains, and shaded paths perfect for a morning or evening walk. At the top, the view opens up, domes, bell towers, and terracotta rooftops stretching all the way to St. Peter's Basilica. Every day at noon, a cannon fires from Gianicolo, a tradition that dates back to the 19th century. It's a quiet, uncrowded spot ideal for photography or reflection. Bring a picnic, sit on the wall, and watch the city's story unfold below you, ancient and eternal. 19. Discover Piazza del Campidoglio. Designed by Michelangelo himself, Piazza del Campidoglio sits atop Capitoline Hill, one of Rome's most historically significant sites. This elegant square perfectly blends ancient heritage with Renaissance artistry. The symmetrical design, the central statue of Marcus Aurelius, and the surrounding Capitoline museums create a sense of grandeur that's uniquely Roman. Inside the museums, you'll find treasures from ancient Rome, including the famous she-wolf sculpture and countless artifacts that bring the empire's history to life. Step outside to the Caffarelli Terrace for one of the most stunning views over the Roman Forum below. It's quieter than many of Rome's major sites, making it a hidden gem for those who want both beauty and peace. 20. Watch the sunset from the Pincio Terrace. To end your Roman adventure, there's no better place than the Pincio Terrace, perched above Piazza del Popolo and overlooking the city's skyline. This is one of the most romantic viewpoints in Rome, a favorite for locals and travelers alike. Arrive just before sunset, and you'll see the sky turn gold, pink, and lavender over the domes and rooftops. Street musicians often play here, adding to the dreamy atmosphere. From this vantage point, you can see St. Peter's Basilica, the Vatican, and the twinkling lights of the Eternal City beginning to glow. Bring a gelato, sit on the stone railing, and soak in the moment, because this is Rome at its finest. Timeless, beautiful, and full of life. It's the perfect farewell to a city that never really lets you go. And there you have it, 20 incredible things to do in Rome, Italy. From the ancient grandeur of the Colosseum and the artistic brilliance of the Vatican, to the vibrant soul of Trastevere and the peaceful beauty of Villa Borghese, Rome is a city that defies time. Every corner holds a story, every meal tells a tradition, and every sunset feels like an encore from the past. Whether you're here for a few days or a lifetime, Rome reminds you of something profound, that beauty and history are not just to be seen, but to be felt.